What's up, YouTube? Scotty P here, and I'm doing something a little different today. I am smoking a cigar in this video, and there's a reason for that. I'm doing a VR to my good friend Ghost Cob, Sean. Now, Sean, like I'm a big fan of AJ Fernandez cigars, and this is a Man of War. Love these cigars. One of my favorites. I like just about everything that AJ Fernandez makes, and I'm also a big fan of Don Pep and Garcia. Rocky Patel to a certain extent. Some of his cigars have changed over the years. I still like the Sun Grown a lot. So I started off smoking a lot of Rocky Patels in the beginning, about 10 years ago, and kind of tapered off my Rocky Patel consumption. So Sean asked us if we could go back and witness anything in history, what would we do? Well, it's taken me a little while to do this VR for a reason, because right off the bat, the first thing I thought of was the signing of the Declaration of Independence, but Chad Yarborough beat me to that. So I had to come up with something different, and it required a little bit of thought. So I mean, I remember growing up, and my grandfather had that portrait of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, so that was an important thing to me, so that's why I came up with that first. But what I'm going to talk about is one of my ancestors. Now, some of you might have heard of Seward's Folly, and my great-great-great-great-grandfather is William Seward, and he, known in infamy as the guy who arranged the Alaskan Purchase, which was later referred to as Seward's Folly, which is kind of a misnomer in history. It was an article written in the New York, I think it was the Herald back then, by somebody who didn't like William Seward very much. And he wasn't a hugely beloved kind of guy. Really what he's probably should be more famous for is being the Secretary of State for Abraham Lincoln. So he was around during the Civil War and all that stuff, so there's a little bit of love and hate going on. But if you guys had watched, and gals, had watched the film Lincoln by Steven Spielberg, he was the guy played by David Strathairn, the tall guy with the gray hair that was talking with Lincoln throughout most of the movie. Just not a hugely well-known figure in history. But I would love to go back, probably smoke a cigar with him, because in the film they show him smoking cigars all the time. They don't show him smoking a pipe. As a matter of fact, I think the only pipe you see in that movie is Lincoln's kid sitting there with a pipe in his mouth, not smoking it, obviously, this little kid. But if you haven't seen that movie, it's a pretty good movie. But that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to go back and smoke a cigar with the guy, because I think that would be pretty inspiring. To meet one of your forefathers that was a pretty big figure in history. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking, and I think it'd be pretty cool. Growing up as a kid and going to history class and stuff like that, and hearing about Seward's Folly, never raised my hand and said, "Oh, by the way," just because it's a little embarrassing. But I figured this is a good opportunity to throw that in there. So Sean, man, you deserve all those subs, and congrats on the milestone. And you're a good friend. I talk to you almost every day, whether it's through this or especially through Instagram or through Voxer now. So anyway, folks, if you watch my channel and you don't watch Ghost Cob's, I don't know what you've been doing. I don't know what you've been watching. My God, he's everywhere. So go on, give him a sub, check out his stuff. He's a great guy. He's a genuine guy. He's a generous guy. He does a lot of shout-outs. Does a huge amount for the community. So, Sean, congratulations. Don't put me in the hat, man. I've been very, very fortunate lately with the giveaways, and I'm taking a little time off and putting my name in the hat. So, folks, Scotty P with a cigar, saying, salute.